Yeah, this is probably one of the most expensive holidays I have ever booked in my life. Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Emma. Today we're going to be talking about something that has really shocked me as a budget traveller. So last month, oh my god, I can't believe it was a month ago, me and my boyfriend went to Santorini and we had the most incredible time. We had already been to Marrakesh the year before and we'd come back and we decided last year that we were going to save up and go to Santorini, mainly because Insta feeds and pretty pictures. It was like one of my like bucket list things that I really wanted to do. It's like such a romantic place and I was like, oh my god, I only want to go there with someone that I like really love. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna save up. So me and Sam have been saving up for literally the entire year to go and afford this holiday. Yeah, this is probably one of the most expensive holidays I have ever booked in my life. Oh my Jesus Christ. Like, I literally get sweaty when I talk about how much that I spent because I'm a budget traveller. You guys follow me because I do budget travel and this was not a budget holiday. Oh my gosh. I mean, to be fair, we wanted to splash the cash a little bit, you know, spend a bit more because this was our romantic break. It was our big summer blowout. Big summer blowout. And like, we regret nothing. We don't regret the amount that we spent, but just as caution for you guys, like, oh, it literally nearly broke my bank account, like, oh my gosh. So I guess with everything, like, travel is very subjective and how much you need to spend and how much people actually spend on these sorts of holidays is obviously very different. So again, like, I just want to say this is very subjective. Some people will spend more, some people will spend lots less. It's all about to do with like when you book, when you're there, what sort of like what you want to do basically. We thought we'd be like, you know, we'll treat ourselves to like some few meals and then we'll have a few like budget meals. Like, we weren't going to do any cooking at the hotel, so that's sort of what our plan was. So let me give you the breakdown. Probably the cheapest thing that we actually bought was the flights to Santorini. I think they worked out at about £75 per person return, which is quite good for flights, and I was pretty pleased with that. We got them with TUI, and it was a really good deal, and we paid for one big bag of luggage on top of that as well, just because this girl needed her outfits and I needed to look snatch every single day, which, you know, can't help that. I totally recommend looking on Skyscanner for good flights because they always give you the best options, and also with the flights, book early. That is the whole moral of this story. When we get onto the hotels, I'll tell you why. But booking early, especially to go to Santorini, it is such a popular place. There are so many people there and it's like such a big like cruise destination, so you need to book in advance if you go in, which I'm not gonna lie, we booked in like April to go in July, so I thought like that's like 3 months, right? 3 months in advance, like that's pretty good for me. Like normally I'm like, do you want to go away next week? And people are like, okay. So the hotels in Santorini, oh my god. They are so expensive, oh my gosh. So when we first looked online, we actually had the option, because we were booking late, we had the option of some like really not so great B&Bs or like the £3,000 a night places, which look insane, but we don't have £3 at all. So it took me a while to find anything that was going to be relatively within our price range that also had a pool. I'm sorry, but you literally can't go to Greece and not have a pool, like, especially if you're not on the beach. Like, I was just like, I can't do this. I literally can't do this. I was like, I will literally not go if I don't have a pool. So I was really lucky to find this one place, which I've actually forgotten the name of the hotel, so I should probably, I don't know. But yeah, it ended up being really nice. We just rented the room and it had a pool, obviously, and it was a 5-minute walk to Fira's town centre, which was really nice, and that cost us, it was £850, which works out to about £120 a night, which is incredibly good for Santorini, but not incredibly good if you're going on a budget holiday. So just keep that in mind, and that was like cheap for Santorini, that's cheap. So yeah, if you're only going for 2 or 3 nights, then guess like maybe it's worth splashing out on some like really nice like infinity pool place, you know, the ones that you always see on Instagram. But we were there for 7 nights, so we were like, we have to live within our means. We are still students at the end of the day. I'm still broke, so this holiday literally left me so broke. But so worth it, I regret nothing. So yeah, just to keep you guys aware that if you want to book a hotel for a decent price in Santorini, you need to get on it like 6 months prior, at least. Like, everything was sold out when we were looking, so yeah, top tips there. Now, in terms of the food, now this was an interesting one because I thought, oh, Greece, you know, like everything's just a little bit cheaper, and I was like, cool, like I'll only bring like, I think I only brought like 250 euros, and I was like, yeah, we'll be fine. We were not fine. Oh my god. So if you're wanting to eat out at restaurants, the price range sort of starts at about 20 euros and can go up to, I mean, some of the dishes were like 80 euros, which is ridiculous. On the first night, we both had a 35 euro dish, which was literally just like spaghetti or something. And so that came to 70 euros before we'd even had any other drinks. So we were like, oh my god, like literally money is going through our fingers like water. So we were just a bit like, okay, and the reason why they're so expensive is because all the restaurants have amazing views out into the sea, and you can always see the sunset. So that was a big thing for me. I really wanted to see the sunset every single night, and we ended up seeing it from different points around the island, such as like different beaches and stuff, so that was really nice. But you will pay a premium price if you're going to a restaurant and wanting to see the sunset as well. They charge like crazy prices really for what it is, and obviously the euro and pound exchange rate isn't that great at the moment, so yeah, you're literally spending all your monies. So an alternative to this is if you're on a budget, then you should definitely try and look for the local cafes, and you should also try gyros, which are like these like pita bread rolls like wrapped up with like kebab meat and salads and chips and stuff. It's amazing. It's like a really like Greek Santorini dish. Yeah. So the local restaurants can start at like 5 euros. I mean, we had like a fish and chips, which was freshly caught as well, for 5 euros. And then we got our gyros for like 2 euros. It was amazing. But obviously, yeah, if you're on a budget, that's sort of like what you got. So there is also another alternative, and that's that you book a room with cooking facilities, and that's actually a really good idea if you're wanting to really go cheaply, because they do sell pasta and like sauces really cheap, so you could literally just like make pasta for the entire week, which is a bit boring, but you know, like if you're on a budget, like that's what you gotta do, right? In terms of drinks, I always go on my drinks based on Cokes and Coke prices. So a Coke was like about like 3-4 euros, which is quite expensive for a Coke, just in like a little can. So definitely drinks are more on the expensive side, especially alcoholic drinks. The cheapest alcoholic beer that we could find was 5 euros, and cocktails started at 12 euros unless you got 2 for 1 and happy hour. So yeah, drinking out with alcohol wasn't really an option for us. We maybe had like a glass of wine at dinner, and if it was the house wine and it was only 5 euros, then we were like, okay. But yeah, it was ridiculously expensive, which obviously because it's an island and they have to import everything. The alternative to this, which what we did, we actually bought alcohol from the shops. So we bought like a 5 euro wine, which was actually really nice, and then they also have these like little cocktail bottles which we drank on the beaches when the sun was setting, and these were about 2 euros. The only thing that you've got to be careful with in Greece is the alcohol, because you've really got to look at the labels and check that they don't have bad stuff in them, because Greek alcohol can be really not so great for you. Me and Emma learnt that last year in Zante when we bought some really cheap vodka from Greece, and we literally had like 1 shot of it each, and we both chundered and our throats were just like ripped out. It was literally like drinking gasoline. It was awful. Yeah, always check the label and don't buy stuff unless it's got a label on it. In terms of travel in Santorini, you can obviously hire like the quad bikes, but those are like quite costly, and they can like literally go up to like 100 euros a day, which is quite ridiculous. So what me and Sam did was we actually went on the buses, and now Fira has the bus centre, which has all the buses which go out to all of the places that you sort of want to see around the island, and every single way is about 180. So you can do like an entire day's excursion for like, I don't even know what that is, about €8 with me and Sam, so I mean it's pretty worth it, isn't it? With these buses you can go to pretty much everywhere. We went to Ia, we went to Parissa, Kamari, the Red Beach. I've forgotten everything else, but yeah, basically you can pretty much go all over the island to all the hotspots, and it was really good and really cheap and really quick. It was only like 30 minutes on each bus, if that. Like some of them were like 15-20 minutes, so I definitely recommend getting on a bus, and they run really regularly as well, so that was really good. In terms of excursions, you obviously can do whatever you want to do with excursions. We actually went on a €20 one, €20 per person that is, to the volcano and the hot springs, and that was incredible. Definitely worth the €20. It was about 3 hours, which was really nice. We got to go on a little boat, well, not a little boat, it was like a blooming sailboat. It was really cool. And we got to jump in the hot springs, and we hiked up the volcano. Go see my vlogs down below, woo! It was really good. I actually really enjoyed myself on that. Definitely worth the €20. But if you're looking for other excursions, especially if you want to go like private or go and watch the sunset at Ia, then it pretty much starts at about €50 and can go up to €300 for a private boat. So again, another expense that you need to take into account, but I would definitely recommend doing the cheaper ones. And in terms of the sunset, I would just recommend going to Ia one day if you're not already based there, and just watching the sunset either from like a restaurant or standing from the castle or something. But you have to go and like queue up for standing around the castle, which is why we went to Ia, and we went to a restaurant for Sam's birthday and we watched the sunset once there. And every other time we watched the sunset at different points around the island, which was really nice, and we had such a lovely. So all in all, what you've been waiting for was how much did we actually spend? Oh. So I think, I don't want to actually work it out because I actually might cry, but I think that we spent between £1,000 and 1.2k each on this holiday. So yeah, it was quite expensive, and to be perfectly honest, I have no idea how I actually afforded that, because yeah, I think thank God for a credit card, but I always pay off my credit cards. Don't get a credit card unless you can pay it off. So I'm very thankful for the fact that I was able to afford it, and the fact that I'd worked hard and I had a job, my job lined up for literally the day that I got back to earn some money. So yeah. We definitely didn't expect to pay as much as we did for Santorini. However, with everything that we got and with the experiences that we had, we definitely wouldn't change anything. I just wanted to bring it to your guys' attention just to tell you exactly how expensive it is, because it's not exactly a cheap holiday, especially when it's such a like insta location and everybody wants to go. So just be careful when you plan. Make sure you book 6 months in advance. We booked on booking.com, by the way. That's a good secure website, so yeah, use that. Use Skyscanner, booking.com, Hostel World if you want to backpack around there, but I wouldn't really recommend it. It's more of a like romantic sort of woo, like we're going with my boyfriend or girlfriend, like woo, you know, it's that sort of place. It's not really a family place either. I hardly saw any children or any babies, to be honest, but 100% was one of the best trips that I've ever done in my life. But I just wanted to let you guys know the downside to sort of travelling to that sort of location, because you do end up spending a hella load of money. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my YouTube video. If I didn't actually mention this at the beginning, but this is a totally new location, if you have noticed. It's because I've actually moved back home from uni. I'm out of my student house now, and actually in a few months time I'm moving to London because I've got a placement in London, which is cool. I hope to see you guys soon. Make sure you like and subscribe and come back to see me on my travelling adventures. Alright, see you guys. Ciao!